Hello YouTubers, Core475 here, and yes, I know, it's been only a month actually. I just looked at my recent videos, like, oh, this must be about to hit 2 months. I look at the video, it's like, I still have a while before it even hits 2 months. It just recently hit a month. Just last month, though. But with this, I have the next 2 volumes of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Part 2, Battle Tendency, Volume 2, and Volume 3. And as I should have been doing these, I'll do this. Part 2 starts off with... Let me just get here. Let me just get to the chapters. Joseph's Joestar, the main protagonist, the Jojo of Part 2, reaching Rome, finding the descendant of Caesar no, not Caesar. Wow. 1 second. Joseph Joestar finds Caesar Antonio, I can't speak it, Zeppeli, grandson of Will Antonio Zeppeli. Wow, I almost went blank there. Let me get back to the chapters. Of course, they don't see eye to eye, but the Red Storm of Asia, which everyone is looking for, well, basically supposedly gain power to these Pillar Men. Wow, I'm going blank fast. Next 2 chapters, the Pillar Men are introduced while Jojo confronts one of them and outwits them, and actually is the first to deal damage to them. Then he is gifted 2 wedding rings of two wedding rings. I know it sounds weird, but the way it is, it's that it's clogged around, it's like wrapped around one's throat and part of your artery. Well, your artery and part of your heart. That once it breaks in a month, it will poison you, and it cannot be removed through surgery. After that, they meet Caesar's teacher, Lisa, which I don't want to go much detail into that because not much knows her until the final volume. They train to get that. Then just a month, well, they get put into a pillar, well, not a pillar, dropped down a pillar, and then they have to climb up. Then they're given 2 teachers that they train for almost an entire month. Then Jojo fights AC/DC. And yes, it is AC/DC, the band, but spelled ACIDISI, just for copyright issues. While Part 2, much smaller, about the same size as Volume 1 of this entire, well, not Volume 1 of Part 1. With this, the remains of AC/DC connect to Jojo. Wow. He journeys back to where Lisa is. Then Stroheim, from if you just have Part 1, returns. Kar's power is introduced, and then the next few you learn of Caesar's power, which he ends up finding Wamu, which, yes, it's another character, band, like Cars, and, well, Santana, which is, I think, a band, but they changed it to San Viento. Wow, without looking at the name, I actually can remember the name for once. And yes, Part 1 ends, first volume ends with the death of San Viento. Part 2 ends with, well, the defeat of AC/DC and then the brain part in the beginning of Part 1. Volume 3 ends with Caesar dying, and then the last one, which is the largest volume out of all 17 volumes that will be spanned from Part 1 to 3, 20 chapters, features the fight with Wamu, with Jojo, the fight with Lisa and Cars, Lisa's past, Cars becoming the ultimate being, and then the final fight with Cars. So yeah. But that volume won't be here till August. And you won't get another review of this till November. Because it's every 3 months for a volume to come out. So yeah. If you're a fan of the upcoming anime, since Season 4 is out and it's just been announced that it will have 39 episodes, so pick up the manga where it came off, since it is a very noteworthy series. And this series came out like, I think 4 years after Dragon Ball, and yet this series is a lot longer, since it did not stop for like, I don't know how many years. And I don't mean GT, since that's not canon. And I have not really been watching the Dragon Ball anime, since I should get into it. The last episode I watched, I think, was 3. So yeah, well, I know what happens in the chapters, but episodes from YouTubers reviewing them. But I think it'd be better from just watching it, since when the manga chapter comes out like monthly, it does not really, it gives you detail, but like it seems like it skips just so much, which is weird since the anime came out first and then the manga. But yeah, so pick up Jojo. Well, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Battle Tendency, Part 2 Battle Tendency, Volume 2 and Volume 3. Next time I come back, I'll have Volume 4 of Battle Tendency, that's the end of that series, and then Volume 1 of Stardust Crusaders. But you're going to enjoy that, because you're going to get about that. After that, it will be Part 2, Volume 3, 2 and 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No. 10. The 10th volume will be the last one. Just its own volume, since there's only 17 volumes. Watch, by that time that volume comes out, in 2019, I hate that. But, I don't know. Probably JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Season 4 will be out, featuring Part 5. And hopefully the other parts will be made like this, which I hope. And with this, it just talks about making a very strong female protagonist, well, not protagonist, ally for this part, and then this, like I said, there's most likely in the previous one, there's like talking about like why they were created, yeah, and just like just little questions. But yeah, hope you get into this, since I really did. I think started it 3-4 years ago, and I loved it. Not what I expected at first, because when I looked at it, it was like in Shonen Jump, like when I used to get those, well, when there was also a decent bookstore here. I just saw, I was like, oh look, preview volumes for that coming up this month, and like one was like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 3, which I didn't grab since I didn't really know it, and after finding out these are coming out, well, I wasn't really thinking about getting them since I was reading them. Then I found out these were coming out, and I just decided to get them. But yeah, I'm starting to ramble. But when I started it, I was like, I only knew part 3. Oh, I didn't even know there was parts. I only knew it was like the whole Christmas. I was like, thinks like, oh, so this is gonna be some like not Christmas circus thing, because I was thinking bizarre, and somehow I just automatically went to, I almost said Christmas again, circuses. So I was like, oh, there's gonna be like a circus. I found like part 1. I read that, I got interested, and I'm pretty sure I finished part 1 in a day, since not that long. Part 2 I read, I liked. I really can't say I actually have a favorite part, because I have to say I like the series in general. Just like, oh, this part's better than this part. It's like, I just love the series in general, and I really can't say I have a favorite part. And probably I can if I like actually get all these in order, like, but if they actually do that, because that would be insane. Because by the time, I'm pretty sure by the time the end of these come out for America, part 8 will be done. I want to say that, because it seems like, well, you just like in the last chapter, you just finished learning about, well, not the last chapter, you just learned about how the Josuke part 2, well, part 8, Jojo part 8, his main character, Josuke 2, has how he came to be known. Then I want to say the villain, I'm pretty sure, is going to be coming soon, because it's like part 4, because that's what it's based off, and I'm pretty sure it's like mystery based, since how that was. So yeah, unless you're not reading it, then I don't know, read it. But it's not medieval, old, back in beginning of the 19th century, 50 years later, when like New York and stuff is just like bustling, like crowded. Part 3, journey like all the way to Egypt, Egypt from Japan. Part 4, slight like mystery solving. At least the second half of it is slice of life a bit. Mafia, basically. Female prison, since the first female protagonist. Horseback riding, new universe, and then finding out the memory. Not memory, just finding out who the guy is, who has amnesia. So yeah, these are interesting. I'm not going to say what's the best part, since, like I said, the overall series for me is amazing. I like the series. And you probably have your own favorite part. A lot of people do. A lot of people say Battle Tendency is the best one, because of Joseph being the comedic Jojo. Gentleman, comedic, serious. Basically the middle of the two. Gangster, female, strong female character. Horseback rider, well, person who wasn't really, well, his father wasn't really fond of him, and then amnesiac. Yeah, so check out this series. I've been rambling too long, but I hope you like these videos. Oh, actually no, I'll say this in a different video. So see you. Adios. Goodbye.